Hey everyone, this is Linhart, Anthony's Chinese translator. I'm here to help everyone learn how to write Chinese properly. Because if you don't, let me show you how it looks like to me. So, to a native person, this is what they say. This is a normal Thomas, but if the proportions aren't right, if you're not following the lines, you get this, and whatever this is. So, just like when I learned English when I was a kid, you get the grid lines, you follow it, and you write your words. It's the same with Chinese or Kanji. You get the square grid lines, and then every word has to follow a certain pattern within it. That's point one. Okay, there's 2 points. One key is the grid lines, is the square pattern. There are grid lines, but I'm just gonna simplify it to just the square. And point number 2 will be the strokes. Once you get these two done, you can pretty much write all the kanji, pretty much. So let's get started. So the grid lines, the basics of it, you can get pretty complex with it, but the basics are pretty much the how you divide it. So first off, I got 3 characters, naturally you, if you know that. So you can pick any word you want, pick it, draw a square around it. It could be bigger, it could be smaller. You could draw just right outside of it. In any way, it's fine, just as long as it's square. And you'll notice that all the words are all conformed by a square. The Chinese characters are very squarey characters. So there you go. So once you're done with that, divide it into 2 sections. Generally it's 2, sometimes it might be 3. So with this one, you can divide this into 2. This one you can divide into left and right. And for you, this one is 1/3, and this is 2/3. And what do you do with that information? You try to keep that proportion and try to copy. So once you've done that, you draw your own squares, just like in elementary school or before that. And you see the proportions, you follow that. So that's basically upper half. This is lower half. And left and right, so you go left and right. This is 1/3, and this is 2/3. So if you follow that, basically, you're not gonna get it wrong. You might get the strokes wrong, but at least the proportions are correct. It's not necessarily gonna look pretty, but it's gonna at least look like Chinese because it fits in a square, basically. Like following the grid lines. You might write it ugly, but at least it follows the correct pattern. So, second point, the strokes. People might not remember the exact strokes because to like non-native speakers, it's gonna be odd to remember why it works this way, why it's not in a different way. So here is the basics of it. These I think it's 24. Basically, it's everything. All of it can be derived from these. So I'm just gonna show you real quick, because the strokes are simple. When you're not writing calligraphy, it's gonna be simple. So let's just get started. So I'm not even gonna say it, just gonna write it down. So 1, 2, just like that, up and down, to the side, to the right, down and then over, and then hook up. So this is down, this is then hook up. So another hook up, not hook up, but you know what I mean. It's down, under, and then hook, down and right. This is upwards. So like that, and then up again. Zigzag. This one is a bit curved. This one's also curved. This one's a slightly different curve. Right and then down. This one's an important one. This is slightly different. This is more curved. This is more zigzag. This one's down, then a bit curved down there. Lightning. These two are different, as you can see. And then down. Zigzag again. I think if you go through these, you'll see a certain pattern. So if you don't really have to memorize it, you just have to go through enough times, and then you see the zigzag, down, hook, da 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 da, and you get that. Even if you get the order wrong, as long as you get the basic part of the strokes right, I think it's gonna be okay. So that's it.